Welcome to my video update. We are nearing the end of the Year 11 formal exam period. They've got 2 or 3 days to go. They've done incredibly well. It's a really long slog for them, a 4-week period with half term in the middle, where they have at least 1, if not 2 exams every day. They've done really well. They've attended, they've tried their best, they've come out feeling relatively positive for most exams. And we really hope they're rewarded in the summer by some fantastic results, and we wish them every success as they move on from us. So we have a couple of celebration events over the next few weeks where they get to sign shirts and celebrate the good times they've had at Patchway, and have their prom. Also do logistical things like returning books and clearing out lockers. And with that in mind, if anyone's got any uniform that's in good condition, particularly ties, if you would like to donate them to the school, we have a second-hand uniform shop and we can make use of those in the future. So thank you in advance for that. Exam-wise, our attention switches to Year 10 and their mock exams. We do these mock exams at this time as the hall is set up. We get them all in the hall to experience what it's like to go and sit some exams, and it allows us to get some really good feedback on where the young people are on their option subjects in English, Maths and Science, and we can feed that back to them and really set them up to be successful moving into Year 11. So it's important that they prepare well for those mock examinations. We sent out a survey recently to both staff and to parents, and we'll be undertaking it with students in school, around revaluing our school. Not revaluing, that's the wrong word, but looking at our current values that we prioritise, and seeing whether the current values are still fit for purpose, and seeing whether either new or more values should be added to us to focus on. Thank you to the parents who have fed back on that. If you haven't, there's still opportunities to do that, and then we will feed back what parents said, what staff said and what students said, and then agree some of our values moving forward that we'll really focus on, and kind of revision the school as we move on our improvement journey, which continues afoot at pace, and as we move into the new build. With improvements in mind, we received some additional funding from the government called RISE funding. We have our first sort of monitoring visit of that next week to check that things are in place. Obviously there's not been a lot of impact to that yet because it's only recently come in, and then as we move into next year we'll make use of that money to speed up the improvements we've already made. And in terms of the new build, there's no further news at the moment. Things are continuing with the Department for Education and BAM, our contractors, and the plan is, and I've still been given assurances, that BAM will be on site this summer with spades in the ground, and the project will start, and then we will move into the interim accommodation at some point during the next academic year. We've had lots of trips going out recently, many of them connected to curriculum, but also some connected to other areas, for example careers. So we had a Futures Ready trip, we had a trip to Bristol Rovers training facility, we took Year 10 to the University of West of England to raise their aspirations and look at life of university. We got a group of Year 10s at the Sea City Museum. We've got some of our students with special educational needs doing an all-aboard water adventure trip today and for the next couple of Fridays, and then we're taking some Key Stage 3 students to Airbus next week. These trips are really important. They form part of the curriculum, they form part of the development of young people, which go beyond the academic, and culminate with our enrichment trips at the end of term, the last week, where we have all the year groups out on different trips, different activities. There's still a few places on some of those trips, so please make sure that your child is signed up for either trips out or activities in school. We also have Year 7, 8 and 9 out on the Baker OAT Sports Cup. The first one of those is today, and then for the next 2 Fridays. This is a sports competition that Mr Baker set up before his sad passing last summer, and so it's got a special meaning this year, his first year without him, but we're going to continue that trophy and build on it, so Year 7, 8 and 9 get to compete against the other schools in the Trust in a really exciting fun-filled competition. In terms of attendance, you know that's one of our key priorities. We're still above where we were this time last year and above our government target, which is great. We have been hit by a stomach bug, by a norovirus recently, which has affected different year groups in different ways. I myself was affected and had to have a couple of days off school. Just a reminder, if your child does have DOV, diarrhea and vomiting, then they need to be off school for 48 hours, not less than that because the bug can still be there, but please not more than that. If they're ready to come back after 48 hours, please send them back in. We'll look after them, keep them hydrated, bring a water bottle in. It's important they get back into education as soon as they can. All the research suggests that if you're off for a prolonged period of time, that starts to affect anxiety and mental health, and those problems can then be made worse. So minimum amount of time off if you are genuinely ill, and if you're not ill, please make sure that your child is attending school every single day. In terms of recruitment for staff, you'll know that we had some staff leave at Easter and at half term, and we have a couple more leaving in the summer, but we have recruited really well, so in maths and in music, and we've recruited a head of year, and we're working on our pastoral team. More details to come on that. Once we've finalised our pastoral team, we'll obviously let you know who your child's head of year and a new position called a raising standards leader for different phases, who they are ahead of September. And we have current vacancies in art and design and technology, which we're recruiting to. Once we've done that, we'll be fully staffed for September, which is great news. This week it was a real delight to see parents and students for our new Year 6 into Year 7 students come in for one-to-one meetings with senior and middle leaders. That's a great opportunity to really start to get to know the young people and their families, what their interests are, how well they're doing at primary school, maybe if they've struggled in an area, how we can support them through that. And we collate all that information. All of that helps us build the tutor groups ahead of September. Transition arrangements continue with the Year 6 into Year 7 transition parents evening on Monday the 29th of June at 6 o'clock until 7 o'clock. That's a really important evening to hear some key messages and to meet your child's tutor. And then on the Tuesday and Wednesday the 30th and the 1st of July, the children all come to us for 2 transition days where they get to experience life at Patchway, and it's a really exciting time, and they always come back full of stories of meeting new friends and the exciting subjects they're going to study when they come to Patchway. And finally, just some clarity around our new PE uniform. The PE polo shirts are currently in stock with Monkhouse, so please, they're open to all year groups to order our new burgundy coloured PE tops. They are compulsory for our new Year 7 students, so those students transitioning from primary school into secondary school. The 3/4 zip tops, the smart tops that go with them, that are compulsory as well for new Year 7, are available for all the year groups. They're not quite available yet. There's a supply issue. Monkhouse are working hard to address that. They should be available in the summer, so please keep an eye on their website for that. And it is the new Year 7, so those transitioning from primary into secondary that will be wearing that new PE kit on the days they have PE as a pilot, and if that goes well, once the new PE kit's in place, then we may make that available to all young people, because we think it will improve and increase the quality of time they get in physical education. Thank you very much.